Welcome to the coffee shop, everybody. This is your host and baristo. I want to give you guys some homework, right? And I want you to drop the messages in the comments below this video or find me on TradingView. Go to TradingView and look for this person. See this guy right here, Coffee Shop Crypto at TradingView. Go ahead and hit up TradingView and find me there. Send me a message. What I want you to do is come up with a quick 2 or 3 sentence intro for the next video. And I will use your intro that you come up with, okay? And I will thank you. I'll put your name out there, or even put your link to your profile or whatever, in the description below. Not below this one, but below that one, okay? So, little homework for you guys. And this is ongoing, okay? I'm going to take, the best one that shows up every once in a while, switch it up, use it in different videos. So come up with an intro for the next video, or the next video that I have yet to publish. How about that? Because you could be watching this a month from now. Anyway, so aside from that, you also all know what to do. Go in and do the whole like and subscribe thing. Ooh, that doesn't look as good as I thought it was. I didn't. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, sorry, just feeling a little under the weather, coming down with something. So I will be taking the next couple of days off, just letting you know. So what are we talking about in today's video, right? This is your host and baristo. Sit down. I'm going to pipe you up something frothy. And, I'm going to have a nice hot chai tea for myself and, get myself feeling better. So welcome to the coffee shop. And here is what's happening in today's video. I got some messages related to the recent changes of the Heiken Ashi Algo. Okay. Actually, I don't need any of this on here. I just need this. So there were some questions that came up related to how to set alerts, and people were looking to add something to their screen, which was there before, which they could not figure out how to put back. Well, just understand, I never took away any of the settings. They were just changed a little bit visually. So let's get into that. First thing, some people still want to use the RSI and the RSI moving average visibly on their oscillator. And you can do that simply by going into the style tab of the settings, right? Before, this said plot and this said plot. And it was just because of the coding that I was doing. TradingView wants it to be a certain way. I didn't want it that way, but I had to make it that way. So whatever, right? Now it says RSI and it says RSI moving average. If you see, that's still yellow. It's still there. Okay, you see it on the oscillator, right? And I'll leave it on for now. And you see RSI moving average, that's still turquoise, right? Random color, just picked it and just went with it. And so yeah, you can make them full color now instead of having them be transparent. That's what was happening before. They were just transparent. That's why you couldn't see anything. The box looked black. It's not, it's transparent. So now that you see how you can put that on there, that's step 1 of this video is already done. Now you can also change the trend ribbon colors if you want to. Just a point, just a note that I want to give you is that this is red, right? And this is a very light color red with transparency. This is green, and this is a very light green with lots of transparency. So just note, if you want 2 colors, use these 2 of the same color, these 2 of the same color. Just make one dark, one light, and transparent. One dark, one light, and transparent. That's it. And that's how you get this nice, cool, overlapping color. Like it goes from black, which is transparent, to red, telling you that, hey, there was no movement to the upside. Now there's movement to the downside. And when you have a overlap of the red and green color, that is one side of the market taking over the other. That is when a trend is changing. This means price was flat or overbought. This is actually overbought here. Price was overbought and now it's moving down to the downside, so it's a correction. When there's an overlap of the 2 colors, you can see here that it was red and that it's moving slowly red and green, and then it's green. This is a change in the market direction. Market was in a downtrend and now it's in an uptrend. Okay, that's what that means. We'll get into all of that technical stuff in another video. I don't want to get into that right now. We're just talking about alerts and setups, okay? So you got your setups, it's in your style tab. right? You can do your thing. Now, there were 3 questions that I got mainly. So, and it's about creating alerts with the algo. And I like how somebody calls it the easy algo. Thanks for that. So I'm going to show you how to set alerts for your highs and your lows crossing your upper and lower midlines. Okay, not necessarily crossing your midline, because that's going to happen a heck of a lot. You don't want that. See here, it crosses the mid, crosses the mid, crosses the mid, going the other way, crosses the mid. It happens a lot. You have less of them crossing up one direction across an upper line, and some of them crossing one direction across a lower line. Now, keep in mind, like I've always said, when price action is taking place inside this area, price is ranging. This is a range. Unless you got a nice trend going on it never changes, this is a range. So sometimes you can be stuck in a range, right? And do I see one here? Yeah, here. This is telling you that price is ranging. So you wanted to wait for it to get out of the range. All right, I want to know when my low is going to go below the -10, or my high is going to go above the +10. Well, you can't set it for the low and the high equally. You can't do that. It's either one or the other. Depends on the direction of the trend. So you're in a downtrend, let's say, and you want to catch when price is no longer ranging. No problem. Go to your alerts. Again, when your highs or your lows are crossing the upper or lower midline. What I'm going to show you here is when your low is crossing your lower midline. Okay, so you create an alert. You set the condition for your Heiken Ashi Algo. You're looking for a crossing alert. I'm going to go with a crossing down alert. It's best to go with a less than alert. Okay, so condition Heiken Ashi Algo less than. They're asking you when what is less than. Okay, I want to know about the Heiken Ashi low, the candle low. I'm looking for a move to the downside. So when the low is less than -10, that's it. You're set. You're done. Okay, that's it. You're looking for a value. You don't want to set another thing here. You're just looking for a value on the Heiken Ashi candle, Heiken Ashi Algo. That's it. So now you'll see that all of a sudden, yes, I know, it's telling me that the low is less than. It's less than right now. I know that it's less than. I think that's my phone telling me. Yes, see, I got the message on my phone, on my email, and on my screen just now. And there was an alert here. Let me restart this one. Can I restart it? There, restart it. And okay. I can't make it stay on my screen, but it basically puts a yellow colored line right here. Okay. Let me adjust it for high. Okay. Heiken Ashi Algo. I'm looking at the Heiken Ashi candle. High is greater than the value of +10. And now if you look at the green line, it has a yellow line inside of it. And the alert name is showing up right there, right? You can see it right there. So that means when my high crosses that level, I'm either looking at, I need to come back to my chart and see, am I getting into an uptrend or not? Okay. Here, I wouldn't have done it because there's still some move to the downside. I wouldn't have done it. Anyway, so that's one way to set an alert when your highs or your lows are crossing your upper or lower midline. How about your RSI crossing your RSI moving average? That one I got this morning. I got that question this morning. When your RSI is crossing the RSI moving average. So again, the condition is Heiken Ashi Algo. When you are crossing, right? I'm looking for the RSI to be crossing the Heiken Ashi RSI moving averages right here. So this way, when the moving average is crossed by the RSI, it doesn't matter where it is on the chart, not the chart, but it doesn't matter where it happens. It doesn't matter where it happens. It's basically telling you that price is moving the other way for one reason or another, or momentum is moving the other way for one reason or another. So you see that they crossed here, you would have gotten an alert. You can see that they crossed here, you would have gotten an alert. And here too, you would have gotten an alert. Now, this is nice because you got that alert the same time this big move started moving up. You would have been able to catch near the beginning of that move, depending on how many tables you have to trip over and doors you have to run into to be able to get back to your chart, right? All right, so let's get rid of that one. Now, last one is when the RSI or Heiken Ashi candle are closing outside of a channel. That's a really cool one. And I'm going to get into a strategy on how to use that in another video because it's really cool to know when you get range breaks, okay? Range breaks, right? Now, so again, closing outside of a channel, your RSI or your Heiken Ashi candle. I'll do the Heiken Ashi candle, right? So you are here, Heiken Ashi Algo. When you are exiting a channel or outside of a channel, okay? Let's try exiting a channel. We'll try that one. Exiting a channel, right? I want to know about the Heiken Ashi close because you don't really care about the high, the low, whatever. You care about the close. It has to close from inside the channel to outside the channel. There. So, and this is if it's going to be closing either way. So if you are stuck in a range and price is moving up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 maybe you don't want to wait for it to close to the upside only or the downside only. You want to know about either way so you can enter the trade either way, right? So the upper bound value will be plus 10. This is why I have this green line on the positive 10. The lower bound value will be minus 10. And that's it. So your Heiken Ashi algo, you're looking for the candle close to be exiting either plus 10 or minus 10. And that means, look at the algo, you'll see this yellow line is here and there's a yellow line here. This is like having a double alert. So when you are stuck in this range, look how price comes down, it doesn't close outside. Price moves up, doesn't go anywhere. Price moves up and down, up and down. Finally, the high crosses out, but that's not part of your alert. The close is outside. That's part of your alert. So you may want to get in to your chart and take a look at what's happening. Are your moving averages crossed over? Are you overbought? Are you high? Is the trend moving upwards? Whatever the case may be, right? And obviously this one doesn't really go anywhere because the main trend is still downward. Now, this still would have been able to tell you, hey, come and take a look at your chart, right? And you'll be able to watch what's happening. But then all of a sudden, you get a close outside the channel here. You're already in a downtrend. Why not enter? Like, why shouldn't you enter here? This is a nice entry point. And the algo told you, hey, you just closed outside that channel that you wanted. So maybe you want to do a short. You know, you have to come and see what part of the channel that it closed on the high or the low, right? So as a good example, you can see that there's still some black here and there's no really light green in this trend cloud. So the fact that it closed above that channel you had set doesn't count. It's not enough volume and not enough momentum in the move. But this one, it's a nice red color. The moving average and the RSI are below the midline. So you're like, hey, 9 out of 10, this is a nice move to the downside. And you would have caught this whole move here, all of that. You would have caught the whole thing. Good for you, right? Setting it for a channel. And that's it. That's all I have. I just wanted to cover those 3 things. And again, your homework is in the comments below or send me a message on TradingView at Coffee Shop Crypto, okay? Send me a message here or below and just give me like 2 or 3 sentences. What is the opening dialogue for the next video? That's it, peeps. Later.